Hey guys, I'm Fergus. Today I want to talk about find your nature rhythm. One morning, I woke up and my whole face was covered in acne. I was shocked by my ugly appearance. I felt lethargic, harried, and polluted. For a long period of time, I felt exhausted, but I did not stop. I was constantly looking over my shoulder, pawing forward often in many different directions, trying to find ways to better myself due to the immense pressure of competition. The uncertainty of my future post-COVID overwhelmed me. It made me anxious and panic about what may become of me, which caused me to feel depressed because I could not see clearly what lay ahead. Although I was hopeful, many have told me that the good opportunities were scarce or non-existent, and the worst thought occupied me. I over-evaluated everything to try to make the best decisions. I desperately want to be the best in everything. And I get myself a lot of pressure to succeed. In such anxious state of mind, my lifestyle has undergone extreme changes. My days consist all days coffee, fried, overly processed, artificially flavored foods with many additives. And I would never take breaks and always slept less than 6 hours a night. Then after a certain period, the more that I tried to focus to completely something, the less productive I was. My mind was full of smoke, and I have very little energy left to focus. The only good things was that I was experiencing my expanding to do the leaks. I burned up with a face full of pimples. Oh well, and finally, after accepting defeat, I just took a deep breath and stopped accepting. In a brief moment of clarity, my mind and heart told me that the only way things would become better was if I invest more effort into my health. Otherwise, I would not be able to sustain. 2,000 years ago, Taoist philosopher Zhuang wrote, 天人合一，道法自然. The laws of nature govern all the things, and the man must seek harmony with nature. Harmony between people, heaven, and earth. There is an interconnectivity between man, the earth, and the air. If you think about it, although we are separate beings, we are sharing the same air and same space. Everything that exists on this planet, we are shares the same space, and everything is interconnected. We are our internal ecosystem, which is interconnected with our external ecosystem. We put so much importance on external things, where to eat, what to do, what we want, what other thing of us, right? We put so much concern and weight into external things, but we forget about ourselves and our center. What is stress? Merriam-Webster Dictionary's archaic definition of stress is intense effort or exertion. I deduce for the definition that any humans or living organism living in a constant state of stress will not able to sustain the state because it will over-exertion and will deplete energy. I stand before you today as a happy, energetic, and curious person. As you can see, there is a completely turnaround from who I was not so long ago. I was discovered was that I need to depressurize and focus on caring for myself. I learned to embrace the state of being, to observing myself and understanding the needs of my body. When I'm tired, I rest. When I'm hungry, I eat fresh, neutral foods that give me energy. And I live in a peaceful, natural state. I don't get angry or overexcited. If I run into challenge, I look for a solution. Because everything happens at the right time for the right reason. Like a tree sprout from the seed, and it will grow into its purpose to give sacred trees, provide shade, and purify the air. The observation of the nature laws and physics reflects that are the nature laws and the nature orders of things. We are part of nature. For us to live in the primate state, we need to respect nature, which means we need to respect ourselves. We cannot understand how to preserve nature and our external nature environment if we do not respect our bodies. All of humanity is facing the imprinting climate crisis with toxic emissions, is nature disaster and harmful poor air quality. However, many of us are living under pressures and stress in a natural and healthy way. We are unable to proactive with the problems of reducing carbon emissions and pollution. We feel that we are fighting for our economic livelihood and our future. However, because we are all interconnected, we cannot have the positive and bright future if our planet suffers and is polluted. Therefore, I suppose that we can apply Taoist philosophy towards the solution. Our most nature state is a nature way. We can spend more time living in a peaceful nature state to observe and acknowledge the presence of nature by observing trees and to invest time to be present. When we synergize our sense with the nature force and organism that surround us, we can feel alive. And by feeling alive, we heighten our sense to begin to understand that what we need more of in this world is a cleaner internal system that can be accomplished with a cleaner way of being. When we invest in a cleaner cell, we will see a cleaner external environment. My unhealthy lifestyle values convenience due to my limited amount of time. I eat artificially processed food. I eat 5 meals a day. Now I'm hungry, just my body telling me that I'm low on energy, and instead of resting, I ordered convenience cheap takeouts with a loss of disposable packaging. I felt terrible, and all the toxin overwhelmed my system, and my terrible skins reflect my internal state of my physical state. The best way is to be aware of our bodies and to invest in our personal health. When we realize that the importance of our personal health, then we will be more conscious of the need for a cleaner external environment. Within the improvement of external environment, our inner health will be also enhanced. There is a circulation between them. Only when our internal environment is healthy, we will be completely healthy ourselves. There is an interconnectivity between man, heaven, and nature. When the man realizes his consciousness to understand that he is nature, he will in turn respect nature and preserve the health of its planet and all of its inhabitants. One of the first steps of the finding solution to the climate crisis are to first review our own nature and to clean up the pollution with our system. When we begin to invest in what is healthy and natural, we will create the need and make the greatest impact. So everyone should be sleep more each night, eat cleaner foods, and take the deep breath and relax. This is my speech. Thank you.